moving to Europe changes your lifestyle. It also changes your opportunities. But one thing that we don't know that it also changes how you date as a person. So that's why today I'm asking the question, what is it like for you to date as an African here in Europe? Is it a stereotype? Is it a cultural shock? Or is it we as people that we do change? So today I want to find out from you ladies, what felt different or what shocked you dating in Europe for the first time? Like,
Okay, I think the stereotype, yeah.
all right. Well, what about you?
As for me, since I'm a German, basically with Ghanaian roots, I can only talk about how it is to date Africans because we have different, dating styles, standards, I would say. And we also understand dating things differently, the way to court a woman and stuff like that. So I can only speak from my experience with them.
Okay.
So for me, yes, I feel like not only the Africans that are dating people from here like me have to adapt, but we also have to adapt because the way we speak, even like the love languages, basically, the way we talk to each other, the way we understand love is just different. So we have to like adapt to each other. Yeah.
So, all right, guys, you just heard that. So, welcome to the Lapotee Show, where we talk about relationship conversations and culture stuff. So, yes, still back to you, ladies. So, as usual, guys, I don't normally do this podcast alone. Today, I have with me two beautiful ladies with me. By my left is it my left crowd? Am I right? By the far end there is Angela. Let's get to know you now.
Okay, my name is Angela. A lot of people call me Angie Pooks. Yeah, I'm a singer. Yeah, that's basically what you have to know about me.
Angie started with us and she ran away. So
I'm back.
so we have the next beautiful lady by me. Yeah.
Yes. Hi, I'm Dia Rose. That's my Instagram handle and TikTok. And my name is Nadia, however. And I do a lot of different things. I like to sing. I like to dance. I act somehow. I'm also doing interviews and whatever. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the interview.
So tell me, what felt different the first time that you decided to date here? I mean, you have been in the system, like you said. What felt different?
Oh, to be honest, it's a lot of things. Like, okay, let's start with the most basic things, the language. Like, I had to, for me, as I can only speak for myself. When I speak German, I'm a different person, and when I speak English, I'm also a different person. And when I speak Tree, I'm also a different person. So it brings out the different personality out of me. However, when I am surrounded with African people and I'm dating, what I've realized is, yes, like the way we show love. Obviously, every single person has their way to show love, but there are this certain dating standards we have in Germany or in the Western world. You would say it's a no-go. Don't do that. It's a no-go. Or this is how you're supposed to do it. Everybody knows it here. But then you're dating an African man and they are like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
This small thing, like, and you are stressing over it. It's either that or they will show you something and you're like, wow, I've never seen that before, but it's nice. Like, okay, show me more or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and let me come back to you, Angie. So what felt different? Is it the communication or the intention,
Okay, what actually felt different to me is in Africa, we always see the man to be the initiator of the relationship, the man going to ask the woman out. But here I realized that when a woman likes a man, it is easy for the woman to go and then ask the man out. And then there's not going to be anything so huge or so like, I don't know how to put it. It looks so normal. But when you try that in Africa, they'll be like, why? Like in Tria, but here it's normal for a woman to like show interest in a man and then they just get going. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So for you, I mean, in terms of the communication, like it's cool, like you said, like the other way. That it doesn't matter whether you are the lady who shows interest in
It
the guy.
doesn't matter. Like what matters is the both of you likes each other. Because I realize that here it is difficult for a man to walk to a woman and ask her out because the men are afraid that they are going to the woman is going to say maybe you are harassing me or something. So they always wait for the woman to show interest and then they get going. That's what I've realized
You
here.
think that's the reason why women are the ones always walking up to
Yeah,
the man?
because I think I had conversations with men and then that's what they tell me.
I've heard the same.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something new. That's
Yeah.
something new. I mean, if you have
Yeah.
not mentioned this, I've never even looked at it that way. I just felt more like it's more of a cultural something. Like back in Africa, when a woman decides to be the one to show interest in a man, everybody goes like, she's cheap.
Yeah.
Because society have this thing that they've created that it should rather be the other way. you
Yeah.
know? A man is the one who's supposed to make.
Ask a woman out.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why we're here. We're all learning. Yeah. But so let me ask you: do you ladies feel more like here? You know, people date more casually, and Africans always date with intention. You know.
I think in general it's more a Western thing to
Dating
date
casual.
casually. I
I
don't
feel like Africans date more with intention.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm dating to like, oh, because I want us to settle down, I want us to get married. But
You know, the African mentality, the moment you ask a woman out, she started planning the future with you.
Yeah. That's true.
why?
Okay. No, that too, but at the same time, I feel like it's also with the generations that are coming
Yeah.
that people, not only in the Western world, but I also feel like with like in Africa as well, like people are becoming more casual. Or is it just me?
The fact is now people are actually afraid to get committed.
Yeah, exactly.
People are
Yes.
afraid to get committed, and so
Yes.
they are taking everything so casual. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when it doesn't work, we move on, and then we
Exactly.
get to the next person. So now people are saying that when you are with somebody, you get a backup. Personally, I do not support that idea,
Yeah.
but this is the mentality of this generation.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of people. Yeah.
But I think the point of what I'm trying to establish or what I'm trying to find out, I feel like in the African culture, people always date with intention, you know?
yeah.
It's not only about just trying to be explore. Like once somebody's dating, you're always thinking that, oh, dating to marry. Oh, I want like, okay, you find somebody already before you start dating, just thinking, okay, I want to live with this one. I want to marry. But I feel like more here in the West, people just date because they want to explore, you know? It doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, this is the home I'm married. What do you think?
For me, or I think for a lot of women, especially in the Western world, it's more like, not like we're saying, I want to date casually by force. It's more like we're dating casually because we want to see, is this guy actually for me?
The one for-
Because you can be nice from your appearance, and then you can also be nice in the beginning, and after 8 months then you act some way, and I don't know who you are, and I'm shocked, and you're cheating, and blah 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 blah. So we're saying, okay, I want to take my time with you. Let's see how you will be in 1 year,
Yeah.
in 2 years. Of course, when you're getting older, now I'm 27, as you're growing older, you will think like, okay, now I need to like
Settle
I
down.
I can't keep on meeting, dating guys like that. But when you're younger, it's like everybody's like, you're young, like take your time with the guy that you're getting to know or the girl that you're getting to know, because like when you look at older generations, yes, they had like real love or whatever. However, then you see how the family has turned single parent, 5 kids. The woman is taking care of everyone. She's being cheated on. She's not happy. And nowadays, we don't want to be the single mother. Like, no. And we've seen so many women suffer. I can only speak for women. You know, I can only speak for women. I can't speak for men. But we've seen so many women suffer because they had this dream of one man, one husband. With him, I will have my kids. I will do everything for him. And then he turns out to be something that you never expected. So that's why we want to take our time with the guy that we're dating and see, okay, is he really who he says he is? He wants to marry me, but does he only want to marry me because I'm so fine and he wants me and he doesn't want anybody else to have me? Or he actually likes me and he really sees a future in me? And for that for you to find that out, you have to take your time with him.
But I also do not agree with taking your time to know who somebody is, because somebody who is a pretender can pretend till 6 feet. And the problem with we coming from Africa is because in Africa we believe that at a certain age you are supposed to get married and give birth.
Yeah.
But those in this Western world, nobody is giving them the pressure to give birth. This is why a lot of African marriages are collapsing, because we do not take time to we don't take time to understand each other and also compromise with things. We just see the beginning, the rosy part of it, and then we don't even see, we don't look into the future misfortunes and things that can happen and things that could trigger divorce and things like that. We just see a fine man who has his car, who has his business, and then we think that we can have a future with this man. We do not even consider character. We do not even consider temperament. We do not even consider so many things. So the true character of a human being actually appears when you live with them under the same roof.
Yeah,
You can date somebody for 10 years. The fact that he comes and goes, or you visit him and then go back to your home, you will never know that person until you live under the same roof. This is why no matter how long you take to study somebody before you get married, there are certain characters you will not know. And these characters are going to come out when you live under the same roof. And if you do not look at the purpose of getting married, my dear, you are going to walk out.
Africans always date with intention. If an African person wants to date you, but she's already thinking of how to settle down.
This is why I'm saying that where we are coming from, we are being taught that when a woman or a man gets to a certain age, they are supposed to get married. And that is why when we enter into a relationship, and then in Africa, we believe that we say that a woman is allowed to start a relationship when she's 18. And so when she's 18, we believe she's matured and then she can start a family. And this is why when we enter into a relationship, we are just looking into the future with this person, because this is the kind of mentality that we grew up with. But the people in the Western world, they were not brought up like that.
Don't you think it brings a lot of confusion? I mean, because I want to use myself as an example. I remember there was this time I met this young lady, and she was a bit in her 20s by then. But I could realize, there is this age that normally African kids that are born here, they feel like, at this age, they are not free to do everything, So and I don't know whether sometimes I feel like this is something that their parents put into them. She just started dating, and it feels like she's already looking for something that is going to lead to marriage. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm saying that I don't understand, and I don't know why it feels like that. But
it's the way we are brought up. Is that
you can't just start dating and already you have expectations that this one is going to marry. Like
our parents. Our parents tells us, like, when they are grooming us, they tell us at this age, keep yourself. When you find a man, the man is going to get married to you, and then you have children. So as we are growing up, we have this in our minds that the man I start to see, the man that starts to have sex with me, should be the man I'm getting married to.
Yeah.
But, sometimes the misfortune happened, and then you're going to break up with the first man. But without that happening, this is what we have in our minds.
And one thing I can say about a lot of women, even in the Western world, you may not believe it, but most of us, we grew up thinking that once we meet our man or one boyfriend, we will marry that man. But so many of us, I think it's not only women, but also men. Like once you have your first love, you think you will marry that person, and then you get your heart broken. Or even after that, you meet so many people, you think, oh, this will be my partner for life. Then that's when you start to think, say, okay, maybe I should actually date
More, yeah.
casually, you know,
Yeah.
because you're scared to commit because
Yeah,
you said
because
that earlier. Yeah.
But it's interesting, even though, like you said, you were born here, you grew up here, you still have that. You don't get
because she has she has the African root in her.
Yeah, that also.
Her mother is an African, so in as much as she is with the Western people, she was born here. Definitely, she's going to get some advice from her mother.
Yeah.
So you cannot take that part out of her.
Yeah.
Good. It's good we have that explained. So let me find out. Do you think being an African affects how people approach you here? Like,
To be honest, I don't know how it is like to be not African, so I can't give you.
And
Okay, maybe I can speak in the sense of color, like being a black person rather. Yeah, like especially when I was young, because now I don't check for white people. If that's the question. That's what we're trying to find. When I was younger, like my focus was just on white people. And then I didn't.
You've come to your roots.
Yeah.
You've come to your roots. Now she's in their roots already. Okay.
But I didn't have good experience. Like, no. It's either they see you like fetish. I don't know, like a fetish.
Yeah.
Yes, it's either that or they just don't check for black women at all. That's how I see it.
Yeah. And then I think before a white person is going to come for a white, like a black woman or a black man, they actually find something in you that they want. If they don't get something they need from you, they are not coming for you. It's either you're smart, it's either like you are a high profile person. It's either they want to use you, because the white man will not come for you if they are not getting anything from you.
So we say that's like stereotyping.
Yes.
The personal
stereotype.
Yeah.
Do you think this is just your personal experience, or you think like it's?
I have had the chance to have some white male friends.
But personally, I'm also sometimes I ask myself. I feel like we as Africans, I don't know whether sometimes I feel like we also stereotype. I mean, white people even before
We do.
something that we also do.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
We do.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes it's just a two-way thing. It's not like,
it's not one way. Because when most of the black women think that the white men are romantic than the black men.
Yes.
Yes.
They are.
Really?
For me, they are.
Okay.
I mean, it's already in the culture, but
if they are more romantic than African men, someone will say, why do you? Because right now, from the way it seems to the way you put it, you are now back to your root. It was those days you used to go for a while. So like, if they are more romantic now, what will make you want to like be with an African person right now?
that is not just the romance that make
a relationship
nice.
Even though to you personally, you feel like African guys are not much more romantic, but there's more.
But now they are learning.
But there's more to look at.
Now the African men are learning.
No, I wouldn't say that. It's more like I can just relate to African men in general or black men.
But
as a collector.
So even though to you feel like with your experience with white people, they are more romantic. You feel like you can relate more to African men. In what way? Is that in the sex wise?
No, but that's also important. Like, to me, the sex wise is more important.
Okay.
What one person will consider being romantic, another person will not consider being romantic. Maybe normally when we talk about someone being romantic, someone will put it as she's caring and all that.
Somebody told me that. Romantic in his way is that, babe, come out, there's an AMG parked outside for you. And then I said no.
And which one is yours?
Personally, I feel like spending quality time together is my type of romance. The little things, you don't even have to prove to me that you love me by buying me expensive gifts. Like, understanding me is one thing that is so romantic to me. like understanding me, understanding my purpose, giving me the free will to be myself.
Yeah.
Is what I see as romantic. You can give me the whole world, but if you do not support my purpose, I don't see it.
That's your love language.
Yes. I don't see it.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
But I have to add one thing though. White culture is just in general more romantic in my opinion, because if I'm dating an African man, I'm dealing with him in a white culture way that I know, So when I bring the ideas and the reaction is more like,
What is
okay,
this?
yeah, then I know that white cultures, like the white man, might be in general more romantic. Yeah.
Oh,
But I think our black men are learning, so let's just give them the.
black men, I
That's
think
right.
romantic here. Anyways.
They are learning.
Yes, they are learning.
So are dating apps more easier for Africans here, like, or what do you think? Angie, the way you smile, I feel like you have something to say. I'm just asking. Personally for me, I know, back home or in Africa, I feel like Africans have this perception that when a girl is on a dating app, then she's
A prostitute, just say it.
use that word, or maybe she's spoiled, or she's not a good girl, or that kind of a thing. That's just because, and that is why I'm asking. Do you feel like dating apps is a more easier thing for Africans, or like
I think it's easier for them here in the Western world, where there's this kind of fear in men to walk to a woman and ask her out.
So you think that is why it's more okay for Europeans that they have dating apps?
Yeah.
But so for you, in regards to Africans being on the dating app, or how do you think it's more of an easier thing for them?
I think it's easy for them because there you have conversations, there are proofs that you didn't, like you don't force yourself on the person. If you guys get along, fine. If you don't get along, it ends there.
So have you been on a dating app before? I'm just asking.
Actually, I found myself in a certain situation, and then I went there, but I actually didn't like it.
Okay.
Because this is not me. It was what I found myself in. Because I at that moment, I needed to talk to people, but I realized this is not me.
Oh, but if you said, I don't you think that's just got something to do with the ethnicity thing, like kind of like cultural thing, like you said, because back from where we come from in Africa, people have to see women being on a dating app. So like you said, it's not something you're used to.
Yeah, and then also I thought when I did it, I thought I wanted a relationship, but I realized I didn't need it.
Because somebody would be like, for someone, meeting someone outside on the roadside and striking a conversation with them is the same equal as meeting someone online. So what do you think?
No, I wouldn't agree.
You don't think it's the same?
Nah, because on your phone, you can act anyhow, like any type of person. You can even act a personality type that you are not. Okay. But when you meet them, you will see like it's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that to say that you think people put up a different face to what they are?
Some.
Where they are.
They do.
Some. Yeah, some.
I can even put a different face there with my name, or even I can put my name there with my face there with a different name, and you would have no idea about it. Yeah.
So what do you think? You think African people present themselves different online, just like you said?
Mostly, our people, their profile.
Yeah.
Somebody can say he's a doctor.
Yeah.
But he's
even like,
because you are trying to put something out there, an image there that would attract whatever you are looking for.
But if you tell someone you're a doctor online and the person comes to find out you're a doctor, how do you defend that?
My dear, when a woman falls in love with you online, or like when you're able to
teach me. I don't
know, like really? Women, we do not fall in love from the first, from the first sight. But when we talk to a man, the more we talk to a man, then our love grows. So when she begins to fall so deeply in love with you, and then she realized that whatever you were telling her was not the truth, you will still be able to convince her to stay with you, because then she is in love with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it will be very difficult to let go, because
yeah. And some people can really fake their personality online. Like, they are so good at
even
faking.
physically, they can even fake it.
When you are around them, you see such a different type of person. You are asking yourself, like, do you really need that much validation from the outsiders that you have to fake your personality? Yeah, like.
So now let's find out online dating versus real life. Which one feels more authentic?
Oh, so
hook me up with a real life, man.
yeah.
Walk to me and come and ask me out.
But that's like you said, somebody walking up to people is not a very common thing. I feel like,
okay, then let's build a friendship first.
Okay, let me ask. When was the last time? When was the last time you saw someone approach you in a shop or say, hello, excuse me, can I have a conversation?
You know something funny?
Oh, recently. Yeah.
To be honest, it is not very common. For me personally, that's what I feel like.
Think even last week.
Okay, I have not had that experience of somebody walking to me.
Is an African?
No.
A white person?
Yeah.
Really?
I have not had that experience of somebody walking to me in my face to come and ask me out. But I have people that write me in my DMs. And these people, they meet me at events and they don't even talk to me.
But that's the same thing we're talking about, and that's the thing with the system. People...
And me, when you do that, I see you as a coward.
Oh, okay.
You cannot be a coward and ask me out.
The worst, one thing I don't like, somebody DMs me and they say, I saw you at this event. When you saw me, why didn't you approach?
Yes.
Why are you now writing?
Girl at the event, say hi.
Yeah.
Because if you want a woman, just be bold, walk to her.
Don't write me. If you know you are not going to talk to me, don't write me. Unless you see me the next time again. Because
walk to the woman, because I cannot be with a coward.
Yeah.
So you're not talking to me. I only wrote to your social media and asked you to come for a podcast.
No. This is different.
Yeah, this one is different.
This is different.
Oh, no.
No. This is different. There's no way you guys are going to meet. Where you live and where Nadia is living is.
I am saying we've seen personally before.
Oh, but this one is different.
No, but this is different from relationship.
Sure. Anyway, that's your story. So, but let me just find out from you girls. Have you ever been in a situation whereby you feel like you have to tone yourself down just to be able to meet up with some people in terms of dating? Like, yeah.
No. Why would I? You?
Actually, no, it wasn't like toning myself down. But if I like you, I like you.
Yeah.
I mean, tone yourself down. You ever met somebody and they maybe online or you're trying to date someone, they feel like I'm talking in terms of like the African European thing, and the person will be like, maybe, oh, she's too much. You are this, you are that. So you really need to tone yourself down.
I don't think I would do that.
Okay, but not in the beginning, rather like while we were dating, like maybe some certain things I had to tone it down. Is that what you mean? Or
yeah, so like you meet a person and the person feels like
maybe you're too active or something
like that.
Yeah.
And the person's like, you really have to calm down with what you are doing just for you to meet up with the person or that kind of thing.
And that's where what I said, that when you love somebody, love can make you do some crazy things that, my dear, because there are certain things that she wouldn't do, but because you are in love with a man, that man will tell you, stop this, and my dear, you will do it. And you get back to your senses when you get the broken heart. That's why did I do this? But the moment you are in love, you wouldn't even think about it. You wouldn't think twice. You just do it.
Excuses for everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when they show you Pepe.
Yeah.
That is when your mind will start to work again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just want to find out, has dating here changed you in a way, or in your feel like dating here changed you?
Well, dating in general, yes. Like I learn from every experience I have. I learn every time. Yeah. So yes, a lot.
There are a lot of things I have learned.
Yeah.
A lot of things. A lot of things. So I think there's a lot to learn out here in the Western world. And this is why our people back home always have this idea that Obabri training our society and all that. It's not that. It's not that. Like, when you get somewhere and then after a year, 2 or 3, you do not adopt, then you are not a normal human being. You are not a normal human being. When you came here first and people were saying, Scheiße, it was looking funny to you, but now you say it even without thinking. So this is the same thing that happens with relationship ideas, adopting to the Western kind of relationship. It happens normally. It happens naturally. You don't even have to learn it. It just happens because you're walking in the city and you are seeing 2 white people kissing. You are walking in the city and you see 2 old couples holding their hands. The next time you're working with your black girlfriend, you would want to hold her hands because you see it to be something normal here. It is Valentine, and you see the white people buying flowers for their
In other words, dating
women.
one way or the other have changed you.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
So it's good.
I think it's
and I like it.
To what you're saying from the beginning, that coming here to Europe, there's a lot of opportunities, changing your lifestyle, but it also changes, the way you date as a person.
Yeah.
That's what people fail to admit, that kind of a thing. But people always say, just the way we put it from the beginning, for me, it looks like Africans always date with a mindset of having a relationship, because, and that's the thing we're saying, for most people here, or Europe here, people are always, someone can just have a casual date. For them, dating somebody doesn't always have to be with an intention that, then we are in a relationship. It's just a casual date, and at the end of the day, everybody's just doing their thing. But the moment that most Africans people are going to relationships, this is the one I want to stay with, I want to live with. It's not a matter of, we're just seeing each other. It has to always come down to, there is something you always want. And I think it's just a cultural thing, if you ask me.
One thing I can say, I've had that experience a couple of, I don't want to do too much. I don't want to say too much because it will reveal too much. But let me say, for example, we here, when you know that we are about to get into a relationship, proper, we are boyfriend and girlfriend now, the guy will ask you out on a date and ask you, will you be my girlfriend?
Yeah.
That is normal. But me asking for my African man this thing, he will say, but we are already
in a
together.
relationship.
But for me, it's
just say it. You have to.
Take me out and ask me. But it's that's it. That's the... Anna, is it that's
African men learn?
Yeah.
We are in the Western,
It's a culture thing, not something of personality.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Ask her out.
Yeah.
To be your girlfriend officially. Don't just assume that because you've gone out to eat because she's come to your house to spend time with you, then she's automatically your girlfriend.
The reason why it's so important for us to hear that the man is asking me, will you be my girlfriend? The casual thing is so normal in the Western world.
Yeah.
Some women will think we are doing everything, so we are in a relationship. But once a problem comes between the couple and the girl says, you're my man, you're not supposed to do that, the man will tell her straight up in her face, when did I ask you to be my girlfriend?
That's an African thing, right?
No,
Western.
Western. They can do that. That's why there's a rule to say
officially
that
ask her to be your girlfriend.
That's why the rule is there. So if you don't say it, we will just be okay, since you're
just vibing,
then we're just because why are you claiming me and you haven't really
asked me out?
Yeah. So
all right, it's good that we've said all this, and at least I'm sure our viewers have heard a lot we said, whether dating in Europe, like we began from the beginning, changes you as a whole person. But for me, what I think is maybe dating in Europe isn't harder. It's just rules familiarity. Different expectation, different communication. But the desire to stay connection is still there. So what I want to find out from our viewers that are watching is like, or somebody who is watching and also is near Europe is like, is dating in abroad changing who we are, or revealing who we've always been? And like I said, so let us know. Let us know your experience. So I think with that, there's no more to say. This is the Lapotee Show. So once again, I want to say it was nice having you guys here.
Yeah.
All right. Ciao.
Cheers.
From London to New York, but love still speaks the same. We laugh, we learn, we grow, share the truth we never show. Every story got a glow, right here on Lapotee Show. This is the Lapotee Show, where real love stories flow. From the heart to the soul, every voice, every role. Real talk, real love, real culture. This is the Lapotee Show, brought to you by J. Martins.